Hello! Welcome to the Freitas Effect. My name is Simon Freitas.
And my name is Azeb Freitas. And this week, we are talking to you about the gift of friendship.
I thought we were going to be in an accent the whole time.
Not today.
Not yet.
But anyways, it's the season of giving, and it's a popular time to reunite with loved ones and long-lost friends. So I don't know about you guys, but I went from seeing my homies every weekend to falling off the face of the planet in September and October, and I really miss my friends. So we wanted to take this time to sit down and talk about why that happens and why some relationships with your friends might shift and the importance of frenergy, which is friend energy. And we'll talk about that later. But before we get into that, Simon, could you define what a friend is?
Well, according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, a friend is a person who has a strong liking for another person or trust in another person. Although, the definition of friendship, according to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is friendship... Wait. No. It's basically just friendship. It says a friendly feeling or attitude, and then it's kindness or help given to someone. So basically, friendship is when you like someone and you want to help them be better at life, kind of. And trusting them,
I just think it's funny because, in school, they told us not to use the word to define the word. And here the Merriam-Webster Dictionary is using the word to define the word.
Literally, it's so lazy.
Yeah. But yeah, that makes sense.
But it's Merriam. I always go to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Are we ready?
Are we ready? I believe we are ready.
For how the turns of table. Tables, they always be turning. This week, I feel like a lot of how my turns have tabled are really, really funny and just super, I don't know, off the wall. But with the idea of the friend shift, there is a certain energy to it. So I'm just going to be blunt. This story isn't that funny, but I feel like it is, there is always something to take away from it. And there are plot twists in it. So, for anonymity purposes, I'm going to call my friend N. And that's as cool as it's going to get. Azeb knows this person. We were really good friends when I was back in 3rd grade. And it was, I don't know, it was a yearly thing that we would do of going to the Pokemon or going to the GameStop and getting a Pokemon, the new Pokemon game and doing all that kind of thing. And having to sleep over the night before, being at GameStop right when it opened, and it was just, the annual thing that would happen. We would sit in GameStop for hours on end, it was cute. And
is GameStop still a thing?
GameStop's kind of a thing.
Okay.
A lot of games have turned digital, but that kind of is foreshadowing for the rest of the story. But one year, N and I hit him up and I was like, hey, so we getting the new Pokemon game? It was Pokemon Black or something. So, it's deep into the Pokemon saga. And he said that, we could get it, but he didn't even pre-order it. We weren't kind of on the same wavelength anymore. I could feel the shift, and it was all right, this is interesting, but I'm still excited because it was the thing that we do every single year. And then we get the game. We didn't really go when it opened, it was different, but it was still kind of what we did. And then he just decided to go home afterwards. Aww. And I was like, all right, this is it. I guess this is the last year that we're going to do this because you're not really as excited as I am for this. But I started realizing he was excited about other games coming out. And his interest started shifting into different animes and different, I don't know, it was just different interests even in the school, the classes we were taking. I started taking more musical and artistic courses where he got more into computer engineering, and it was it was interesting. We almost went to the same college, but then that didn't end up happening, and I've only really seen him once since then.
Damn.
But so the friendship was really fucking strong when we were young. And
yeah, y'all were boys.
We grew the fuck apart.
How old were you guys when you first started becoming friends, and then when this shift happened?
I'd say we were 7 or 8 when we met, and we really started becoming good friends because, like, we didn't have any other friends back in the Whittier. The Whittier sucked.
Yeah!
But
Elementary school, kids are evil.
yeah, childhood trauma. But we're not getting into that today. Right now, I'd say the shift really happened around, like, the beginning of high school. So we were probably around, like, 14, 15.
Oh, so, like, that's when y'all stopped going to GameStop and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Like, that's... Because, you know, like I said, we
like,
started
life
taking
happens and
different
puberty.
courses and, like, your life trajectory, puberty, hormones, your interests. But what I think is funny about this, where have the turns have tabled in the story and not just the horrible friendship way, was that Pokemon Go came out. And, you know, like, a lot of my friends ended up getting into Pokemon Go. So, like, I ended up being able to, like, connect with people that I didn't expect to get into fucking playing Pokemon. Like, something that I did every single year, like, with my childhood friend.
That's
and then,
true.
you know, like, I get to connect with people in a different way, and then I get to meet strangers in fucking Cambridge on the Discord. So.
I think also, like, anime and video games and Pokemon became trendy.
So, So
everybody was like, nerd is the new cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone was like, oh, I can come out as someone who likes anime. And now people are even using it as, like, the new astrology pickup line. It's not like, what's your sign? It's like, no, what anime do you watch?
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I feel like I might have said this on the show before, but, like...
Who the fuck cares? No, it's so true. Like...
I think
anime, you know, everyone said it. We all used to get bullied when we were back in, like, 3rd grade, and that's why the Whittier sucked. But, like, you know, like, it is now in fucking fashion.
Like, weird is the new cool, apparently. Sometimes.
Because, you know, back in the day, they were like, oh, you want to be with a geek, you don't want to be with a dork. Like, you know, like, there was so many weird names to
those
shit.
Stupid
and
ass
you're just
words
like,
mean.
fuck y'all. Like, I'm gonna like what I fucking like, and, like, anyways.
Yeah, but because you chose to be, like, yourself, oh no, God forbid, you know, then you were different, so then you were othered instead of embraced for, like, choosing to be authentic and confident in, like, your genuinity.
Yep.
Alas. Anyways, more of the story.
Yeah, othering usually comes from jealousy, but that's just my own personal opinion.
Insecurities!
So the moral of the story is basically, like, even if you grow apart, that doesn't mean that... Well, the moral of the story is basically, if you grow apart, that doesn't mean you're a completely different person than who you were when you were friends with this person. You know, like, you...
Like, pieces of yourself are still there.
Yeah, like, sometimes life paths just don't line up. And later in life, you know, like, things might come back that you find that you enjoy from your childhood, and that's great because you can finally find joy in adulthood. But that, but, you know, you're not always going to find the friends that you had back in the day. So it's always better to enjoy the times that you have with them, because time is, everything is slowly burning. Okay, that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is basically that love yourself. You are you. Find happiness in things. Azeb, take the mic away.
I wish you guys could see my face because I'm dying. Simon's just, like, spiraling into this pit of, like, it's all gonna be okay even though it all sucks, and I'm just like, where are you going with this? But we all understand, I hope you guys understand.
It's okay to say goodbye. That was the message.
Right time to
you
say
never know when you see each other in the future. You might, maybe. Hope is open for you.
I mean, yeah, it's not like if you ever saw this person again, you would be like, nah, bro, I don't fuck with you. You would probably just be like, oh my God, you know? And then you would reminisce about these good times, even though you don't continue to do these activities of these times because, you know, life.
You just grow apart.
Yeah.
The shift.
But to slide into our main topic.
The topic's DMs.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be our new thing.
Oh, yeah.
Get real. Can you do it, like, sexy? Deep ass voice.
Deep ass voice.
Can you get real close to the mic?
Get real close to the mic.
Amazing. That was great. Okay, anyways, back on track. Oh my God. So this, like, topic was kind of brought up because I've been having a lot of conversations with people just around, like, the topic of friendship, and it just seems like this time of year, and there are ebbs and flows of, like, how this comes about, but especially when we're approaching cold season and, like, at least in the Northeast, and the sun is setting earlier. Seasonal depression is starting to kick in. We're not able to really go outside. We're not really inspired or motivated to like want to like do outgoing things. You forget that you can literally invite your friends over to your house. You know what I mean? Because we can do that now. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to your jurisdiction of however you choose to do that.
Knock on wood.
Whatever your comfortability is. I'm not here to peer pressure you, but I'm just like, and I'm not here to expose anybody.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But I'm vaccinated, you know? Like,
whatever! Whatever your status is, it's a COVID-free fucking zone, Simon.
Alright, I'm gonna reel it in. I'm sorry.
But anyways, I had a good conversation with my favorite uncle of all time, the Uncle Nicky.
The Uncle Nicky.
Who I often quote. And I write down quotes from our conversations because this man just be preaching. And he said, one of the most important relationships you can have with someone is friendship. And I know that that is literally such a basic ass sentence, but it really does mean a lot when you sit there and think, because I feel like we get really caught up in like relationships, like romantic relationships. And you don't think about the importance of just like basic foundational friendship, you know? And I think especially, I know I said it was a COVID-free zone, but here I go. This pandemic, I said it, has really had an extreme toll on people's ability to maintain their friendships or their relationships with their friends or with others in general. Like, we were in a time of extreme isolation, and the biggest topic of discussion was how are we going to socialize again? And that goes to making friends, maintaining your friends, or letting go of some friends, you know? So yeah, Simon, any thoughts on that?
Yeah. I just want to give it some space because that is a heavy topic of like, you know, like letting go of friends that you realize were not serving you before the pandemic, but you just kind of were holding on to the relationships because you didn't really have a time to reflect, but now you have time to think. Like, you know, it's like, or making new friends and trying out new relationships when, you know, when's the last time you tried to make new friends? Like, you know, it's like, it is so hard to like try to put yourself out there and to meet new people, to have the memory, and like, you know, it's like, I don't know, I always feel bad when I don't invest in people, you know, like when I like meet someone at a party and then I have to remember who they are like 3 times. Oh yeah. And they're like, oh, we met this time, and I'm like, fuck me so hard, like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then they're like, it's okay, and I'm like, no, it's really not. It's not. Like, it's really not. That's real. Yeah. I'm gonna get into that later though, about like the levels of friends, because I just like kind of went hard on this today. But another thing that like I really wanted to bring up was like when he said that, like, you know, how the most important relationship you can have with anybody is just friendship. I was like, damn, a lot of our problems in the world would be fucking solved or easier to work through if we just put humanity at the center of everything, and if people who were like in power grew up around a diverse range of fucking friends, because then they would have more exposure and like well-roundedness to other cultures and like a larger perspective of empathy with a capital E. E for everyone.
Literally, E is for everyone. But again, you know, capitalism doesn't allow us to set things up that way. And if you want to take a shot, you can take a shot for that.
Take the shot. Take it.
So yeah, that was just like something that I needed to get off my chest, because I was just like, literally, I think about stupid little problems, and I'm just like, if this person had a friend that was of this identity, they probably would think about that differently. You know? Yep. So yeah, let's get into the type of friendships that
Types
exist.
of friendships.
So the first one I wanted to get out of the way: being friends with your parents.
Oh god, yeah, yeah.
I saw this meme that was like, people who live with their parents be chilling in the living room are actually boys with their parents, and I was like, that is so fucking true. Because, like, when I was living at home, me and my parents were really just chilling in the living room. And I know it might be different for you, Simon, I know, because it's just, like, everybody has different relationships with their parents. But, like, I was like, wow, resonating.
Yeah. I mean, there's times, but, you know, with every relationship that you have, like, the friendship level with your parents, like, it's like your roommates. Like, you know, like, there are moments where you're just like, God, I can't be around you. Like, you know, it's like, yep, you are doing your thing because this is your space. and I'm gonna go back to my space to do my fucking thing.
That's true. Yeah. But, I mean, I think there's also a difference between, like, being friends with your parents and having, quote-unquote, cool parents. Because, like, cool parents are, like, not even your friends. They just, like, there's no boundaries, you know?
Yeah, it's that they're not, like, I don't know, it's almost like they're neglectful, but I don't want to be judgmental. Like, you know, it's like...
I don't even think it's neglectful. I think it's a, like, they want to be a part of your life, but, like, in a selfish way. Like, to relive their youth. Or, like, I don't even know. I'm not trying to do this from a judgy way, but, like, you know, like, when there's, like, the Regina George mom, like, I'm a cool mom.
Yeah.
That's, like, questionable.
Because it's that version is, like, enabling as fuck. Like, you know?
Right.
Like, it doesn't actually allow the... like,
But then,
parent needs to, like, teach. Like, you know, like, to help.
Yeah, I feel like there's that missing line of, like, oh, you're my parent.
Yeah.
Like, why are you turning up with us at 3 a.m. and I have to be taking care of you right now because you're being irresponsible? Which, honestly, like, depending on the context, that's okay.
Yeah.
But if it's, like, all the time, it's like, questionable. But also, like, everyone else, like, to each their own. I am not a parent, so, like, I can't even really say anything. But just wanted to bring it up because I felt like it was something to talk about. Another very important relationship that is a type of friendship that needs to be discussed is your friendship with your significant other. Imagine not even liking the person that you're dating.
Imagine arranged marriage.
No. Let's not go there. I don't want to go there right now. Let's bring it back because we're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
But, like, I mean, you know, people who just be, like, dating and they're just, like, really attracted to this person, but they don't have any kind of friendship with this person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they weren't friends first. They were just, like, maybe they were fucking first. Or, like, I don't know. Just, like, they just kind of found each other.
Yep.
But they don't even, like, have a friendship. I think that's, like, a big missing piece to, like, a lot of relationships these days. Because, like, people be dating for clout. People be dating for fucking pictures, y'all.
Yep.
And I'm just kind of like, damn, like, you're not even friends with the person that you like or that you're, like, sharing yourself with or that you say that you love. I don't know. That's fucking bizarre to me. And I feel like a lot of people are always like other people who are in relationships with their, like, whoever, they're like, yeah, that's my best friend. And I'm like, okay, cool. This person can be your best friend and, like, should be, right? But also, you should also have a best friend outside of your relationship.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be dumping all of your emotional baggage on your partner. Like, you need a group of friends. Like...
Yeah, like, that person shouldn't be your only friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
red flag. You need a support system outside of your relationship. Like, you know, like...
Yeah, so just wanted to ring that in, that friendship should be at the core of all of these things.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
friendship
it's like, is all, like, you know, it kind of goes back to the Merriam-Webster dictionary of the, you know, word friend, like, trust. Like, there is so much to do with, like, having trust in another person. Like, being friends with another person. Like, you can see them being there for you. Like, you know, it's like, if you don't have that, then, like, your relationship is built off someone getting benefited. Like, you know, it's like, it's profitable. Not mutual. Like... Yeah, it's one-sided, like, it's just...
Like, I just kind of feel like a friendship is a contract of respect. You know? It's kind of like an established, I have a respect for you, you have a respect for me, and we really enjoy each other's company. That's what I think a friendship is, you know? So, sliding right into the other levels of friendship, you know, there's a level of humanity that comes with establishing me and this person are friends. Like, not only do you just know each other, but you're connected to each other somehow. And like I just said, you have an established understanding of respect for each other, of how you like to be treated, right? So that might even mean that you care about this person. You might like this person platonically. You might fucking love this person. You know? And that's a thing. Fucking love your friends. Say I love you and shit, you know? Shit's important. So yeah, obviously there's levels to this shit. So... there's, like, different pockets of friends, right? There's, like, your work friends, your church friends, your school friends, your friends from whatever hobbies you do. Then there's acquaintances. And acquaintances are, like, people that you know of, but you aren't really friends with because you don't really know each other, but you probably have mutual friends and could eventually become friends. So, like, your acquaintances are like prospect friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have potential to become your friends, but like you haven't like shot your shot to be like, oh, we go to the same events all the time. Why aren't we friends now? You know, it's like, just talk to each other. You should just be friends.
I feel like for me,
unless you
like,
don't want to be friends
exactly.
with that person.
It's like, unless you're choosing to keep them at the level of acquaintance, and then something happens and they get to think that they're your friend, and then you're like, no. Like, you know, it's like you try to keep them at acquaintance and they're just like, I'm in your life now. Like, you know, it's
but
like...
I feel like people do that in such a weird way these days. I feel like because it's a clout chasing thing.
Yep.
Like, acquaintances will be like, oh yeah, I know them, but you don't know me. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, it's like, if I was at a party last week, right, and this person who's always at the same parties that I'm at, but we never talk and I don't really like that person, or I don't fuck with that person, or I've just never even given that person the time of thought of day because I don't even know they exist.
Yep.
And they're talking to somebody that knows me and goes, oh yeah, I know them. We go to the same parties all the time. And it's like, now that other person they were talking to is going to think that me and that person are friends when I have no idea who that person is. And I'm like, why is my name in that person's mouth?
Yep.
You know, which is why I'm always like, oh, I don't know that person, but I know of them and I see them often. And it's like, keep that shit real clear, bro.
Yeah.
Because the world is small and word gets around. And I'm not even talking about anything specific because that's never happened to me. But like, I am just speaking from my own experience of like, I like to keep shit real clear. Like, yeah, I follow that person on Instagram. I don't know them.
Yeah.
You know, but I like their shit that they post and I think it's cool. That's all I got. That is the genuine, authentic response I can give you of my connection to that person. Is that even considered an acquaintance? If you follow someone on IG?
I don't really think so. I think you're just kind of a follower. I mean, I feel like... Well, then that also creates the difference of, like, in-person friends and online relationships. Like, you know, it's like... That's, like, a whole different area because you could catfish someone. Like, you know, it's like... It's hard to... Well, it's hard to catfish in person, but it happens. But, like, you know, like, online relationships are entirely different than... being actually like knowing someone.
True. But honestly, I don't know. You'd be surprised because I have some like online friendships with people that I've never met in person, but like we're like boys. You know what I mean? Like I've called these people, asked for like career advice, and we've never physically met in person. Like I've used their art as iterations of my own art, and we're like homies, you know? I've asked for like moving advice. Because it's like, I hope at some point I'd get to meet these people in person. But, yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Online relationships.
Yep.
That's totally different. Wow. Wow, we learned something new.
E for everyone.
E is for everyone. But, yeah. And then there are, like, your close friends. Also known as your, quote-unquote, best friends. The friends from childhood that are basically your family at this point if they're still around.
Yep.
You know, so like those people, we're gonna get into them in a second. But I feel like there's a loose line and these are the most complicated friendships as you get older too. Because like when you're in elementary school, you know, you have like your best friends, right? And you're like, oh my god, that's my best friend. And that just means like you and this person hang out every single day. You see the shit that goes on at home and like you talk all the time.
Yep.
Right? And then like I feel like your close friends these days are really your best friends. Like I feel like your close friends are the people that like people either see you with all the time or that you frequently reach out to for support. That also pour in the same energy of support that you would be looking for, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like best friend is like kind of overused and outdated and is kind of like, you know, that's my best friend. Like it's not even genuine anymore, you know, because it's just been thrown around so much. It's like, oh my god, yeah, that's my bestie. It's like, okay, but like just because someone has known you for a long time does not mean they are your best friend.
Yep. Because
like, yeah, they know you, they've seen the shit you've gone through shit together. But, like, do they actually treat you the best out of all of your friends?
Exactly. Is it, like, is this someone that you feel like you could go to with anything that's going on in your life? Like, is this someone that you, like, do you trust this person? Like, you know, it's like...
Are they dependable? Are they reliable?
Like,
are they responsive?
Are they your best friend or are they your oldest friend? Like, you know, it's like, there's a difference of, like, knowing someone from childhood and being there for someone constantly. Like, you know, and it's like... Obviously, you can't expect everyone to, you know, it's unrealistic to think that, like, every single person is always going to be an arm's length away if they really care about you, like, you know, but
sometimes it just happens that, like, there are other people who are more available to you than the people that you wish were more available to you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, it's just fucking life. Like, life happens, and, like, people aren't always going to be available, which is why you find other support systems. And that's okay. Like, all's forgiven. It doesn't mean that you hate your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't mean, fuck that person, they're never there for me.
Because
it's like, they wish they could be there for you, but they just can't.
And there's relationships where always, you know, you get back together, and then it's just like you snap back into it. And, you know, you feel the energy, you love each other, you care about each other, you know, you have fun together, but most likely you're not going to text each other all the fucking time. You're not going to, like...
Yeah, like, if you catch up, maybe it's like you only catch up once every couple months, you know? And it's like, that's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah,
like, you
at
know,
least
like,
you're still keeping a connection.
It's like, just text first, bitch. But, like...
Sometimes.
You know? Like, it'd be nice to get texted first. Anyways. You know who you are. Anyways.
Leaking. Okay. But, yeah, so that actually goes perfectly right into my new word that I have coined myself. You've heard it here first on the Freitas Effect.
Here it is.
Frenergy. Frenergy is friend energy. So, like, you know what this feeling is. This is, like, the best fucking feeling in the world. Like, when you're around your friends, like, your homies, and you haven't seen them in a long-ass time, and you're just like, damn, like, this is the best fucking feeling ever. I'm walking around feeling, like, nourished and refueled and, like, shining and glowing. Because, like, you just had, like, homie time. That's frenergy. So, like, you know, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we haven't seen some folks, like, in almost 2 years, right? Like, this pandemic has really affected us, like, real bad. And, like, life changes on top of that. Like, a lot of shit has happened in 2 years.
Yeah.
Just on your own, you know? And it's like, people have moved. And you might, and these are people, like, people who have moved during the pandemic, so you might not see them for another, like, 5 years, you know, unless you go visit them or some shit.
And God forbid they fucking move internationally, because then it makes it that much harder to go visit people.
Facts. Like, but I mean, I had friends that moved internationally.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but we talk, like, all the fucking time.
Yeah. Online relationships, you know, like.
Yeah, but, you know, FaceTime also helps, and, like, voice messages through WhatsApp, and, like, memes, thank God. Shout out to memes, saving relationships.
Yo.
And it just makes it more exciting because now you have somewhere to go visit. But, like, even to this day, like, I think I have seen everybody that I, like, pre-panty. Like, I think I've seen everyone, and then I'll go somewhere and I'll be like, holy shit, I haven't seen you in 2 years. You know what I mean? And it's like, I forgot. Like, there are still people I'm catching up with. Fucking crazy. So one thing I really wanted to bring up was my friend is having a reunion with, like, her girl gang, and she's really anxious about seeing them. And, you know, all of them kind of live, like, across the U.S., and they all, like, you know, went to high school together. They were all, like, besties, whatever. And, like, you know, people move, shit happens, and, like, you stay in touch through, like, the group chat and, like, have a reunion. But, like, you know, it's been 2 years. A lot of shit has happened in 2 years. And so she's kind of feeling anxious about it. And I was like, why are you even feeling anxious, bro? Like, when you guys get together, it's all just gonna snap. Like, you're all just gonna be like, oh my God, you know? And then you're just gonna use that time to catch up.
Yeah.
Like, you should be super fucking excited to see your homies. Like, what are you anxious about? You know? And it's like, she did a really good thing of being like, hey, y'all, I'm feeling weird about seeing you guys. And I'm like, good for you for saying that.
Be honest, yes.
Because it's like, you don't want to walk into something that y'all paid money for and the vibe is off.
Yeah.
Like, at least you were like, yeah, I'm feeling fucking weird. We haven't talked in a while. I don't know what's going on in y'all's lives. There's a lot of shit going on in my life. I really am excited to see you, but I'm also like, I don't know where you're coming at with the energy. So she set the tone for, like, what the frenergy is going to be like, you know? And that's, like, critical. Yeah. Because I'm just like, imagine going in there and then shit's weird and you're just like, damn, I don't even like these bitches anymore. And it didn't have to be like that, you know? So I just think that was really important to bring up.
Yeah. No, I really like that because, I don't know, I feel like coming into a lot of situations after the pandemic, it's been hard, especially when people expect you to be an extrovert and, like, you don't have that same social battery. Like, you know, like, you go into these situations and you're just like, holy shit, how did I used to do this? Like, you know, it's like...
That's real. And, like, yeah, it's changed how we socialize. Because now you're sitting here like, damn, I actually don't like being around people.
Mm-hmm. You're just like, wow, 3 days of hanging out with people? What? Like, you know, and then I come back on Monday, I'm just like, thank God I'm alone. Like, you know, it's like...
Because you need to, like, debrief, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it also depends on, like, what you do for work. So, like, for example, like, if you work from home and you don't see people at all, ever, you might force it on the weekends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to think, like, how can I fix that? Because, like, I'd rather just get a little bit of extroverted energy throughout the week so I don't have to go so hard on the fucking weekends. But, like, you know, FOMO's also a thing. Mm-hmm. Now, especially because we can go outside, everyone's like, gotta be outside all the time.
Yep.
And it's just like, you know what? Actually, nah, I'm good. I can just cook at home.
Yeah.
Watch a movie.
You want to come through? Let me know.
Yeah, like we don't have to spend money.
Yeah.
You can just chill. It's possible. And you can still get that frenergy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because those are, like, that's the best frenergy. Yeah. When you can get that intimacy, that, like, just actual connection.
Like having like a taco night, like,
yeah,
you know,
and like you can
cooking
still turn the
other.
fuck up at home.
Yeah, getting fucking drunk.
You can still play the same music. You just don't have to be around strangers.
Facts.
Unless your intention is I want to go talk to strangers.
Yeah,
then
make friends.
Then make the plan to go out.
It's all about what part of the cycle you're in.
Yeah,
like...
but it doesn't have to be every single weekend.
No. Especially not for your wallet. Like, goddamn, save money.
Oh, dear
but...
Lord. Talk to me, baby.
Boston. But
Boston.
Fucking Boston, kid.
I came out like projectile vomit. Just like on Family Guy when they're just like, bleh. It was like, Boston. Anyways, I think that's all I had to say about. Oh no, I had another thought. You know, people have moved in with their partners during the pandemic, and I think that's also had an extreme strain on friendships because it's multiple people. I know so many people who moved in with their partners, and I'm not even talking about like what happened between them and their partners, but like you're sitting here like, damn, like. My friend is going 0 to 100 real fucking quick with this person they just started dating at like, you know, and it's like multiple people. I'm not talking about just one people who know me.
Yep.
But like, you know, that's a fucking concern.
Yeah.
You know, and you sit there and you're just like, damn, as a friend, I would like to express my concern, but also that's your relationship.
Yeah.
But then you also sit here like, as your friend, I understand that it is a pandemic and you want to be with your partner and that's what makes sense. But what are y'all going to do when this shit's over?
Yep.
Is this it?
You know?
And it doesn't have to be it. It's like just because y'all went through shit does not mean that you have to stay together because shit changes too and you always got to put you first in the relationship. Mm-hmm. But as a friend, I feel like it's been really hard to be friends with people in relationships sometimes because you're just like, damn, selfishly I miss spending time with my friend, especially if you're a single friend, you know. When you're like a single friend, you're like, I don't want to be around a couple all the time.
Yeah. And you like trying to get that friend without their significant other
is fucking impossible.
It does not happen. It just doesn't happen. Or it happens because they're...
It happens by
like,
a miracle.
It's either a miracle
It wasn't
or just
a choice by the friend who's in the relationship.
It's like someone's working, someone's sick, someone's in the hospital, like something random happened.
It's not because like they didn't want to
right.
come or they couldn't be there or like you didn't invite them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I've fucking done that. I've been like, hey man, or woman, or them, or person.
Yep.
I've been like, yo, I just want like me and you time. Is that cool? And they've been like, yeah. And I'm like, word, because I really need this. Mm-hmm. This is the frenergy I need.
Because sometimes...
Because like your partner's cool.
Yep.
I fuck with them.
But
like
don't always want to dump shit on the partner too.
Yeah, and they're not my best friend.
Exactly.
You know, or they're not my person I'm trying to chill with at the time.
Uh-huh.
And they don't need to know my shit.
Yeah.
Even if you are going to tell them my shit later in bed.
It's like they don't need to know it right then and there.
But
like...
I don't want to have to express my shit to them, especially if I don't know if they're going to be around forever.
Yep,
you know?
That's a whole fucking other layer of it.
Because it's like, they don't need to know my shit.
Yeah.
I might become the next president of the United States.
Well, I mean, like, the part about, like, friends being with people, and then you being like, should I invest in this person? Like, you know,
oh,
it's
that
like,
too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
like,
so awkward. My friend group is so traumatized by that.
Yeah, because, you know,
we get attached.
You fall in love. Yeah, you're just like, well, they're going to be together forever. And then they break up and you're
and
like,
then it's like, no, but it's like they broke up with us.
Yeah.
And then it's like, do I unfollow them on IG? But like, I don't know.
I mean, it depends how it ends.
It depends how it ends.
You know? Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm still friends with some of my friends' exes.
Same. But like, if they're horrible and abusers, then I'm like, bye, bitch.
Oh, yeah, no. If they're like a real shit of a human being,
Yep.
I'm like, who?
Like, if I couldn't wait for them to leave, then it's like, thank
Oh,
God.
those are different. Yeah, those are different. I've also been single a very long time. But also as a friend who was once in a relationship that I wish my friend spoke up about. Like, if you are a friend that sees your friend in a relationship they shouldn't, that you're feeling weird vibes about, you should say something, because at least you said something. And even if they don't want to hear it, when it's over, hopefully, if that's where it goes, at least they'll be like, I remember when you said something and I should have listened. You know? That's all I'm saying. Is because I remember people would ask me, oh, how are you and this person? And I'd be like, yeah, we're good. Thinking that we were good, and we weren't good. And I wish that my friends said something to be like, get me out of this shit sooner, or sat me down, had intervention. You know? And it's like, I know I say that now, because it's like, imagine if they did say something, and then I'm like, nah, fuck you guys. Which obviously would never happen, because I actually, like, genuinely take my friends' like comments into consideration. But like, maybe that's what they were thinking, right? Of just like, nah, if I say something, they're probably gonna be like, she's not even gonna hear it. But it's like, nah, fucking say something, y'all.
Yeah, it's important to speak your truth to your friends, because if it's coming from a place of concern, you know, like, it's like, if you are worried about them, if you think that they are not in a healthy, safe relationship, and that they are mentally, like, you know, not going into a good place, take care of your friends. Like, be honest. Like,
yeah,
you know, like, it really doesn't take too much to, like,
at the end of the day, they
be there for your friends.
They respect your opinion.
Yeah.
That's why you're friends with them.
They care about what you think about them. Like, it's crazy. My therapist brought that up the other day, how other people care about what I think about them. And I was like, what, bitch? Like, you know, it's
you're
like,
excuse me?
What? Like,
where's this coming from?
Since when? And then, you know, that's true about you guys too, right? Like, we care. So, like,
really care.
You know, like, everyone cares. Not everyone, but some people care. Like,
yeah. But I wanted to get back into the shifting of friendships. The friendship. A show that I mention quite often on this show, Insecure, is back by Issa Rae. It is the bi-season. And
we have about 40 episodes of this podcast, and I still haven't watched Insecure.
If you could only see my face of disappointment. Anyways, you've got plenty of time. So
that's what you always say.
I'm just saying. Once you start, you will not stop. It is amazing.
I gotta start. I got time. I finished you. Anyways.
Exactly. Priorities, bitch.
I know.
So anyways, this show really captures this concept really well, because it's literally based, like, the plot line, the main plot line is about friendship. You think it's gonna be about this, like, love story, but it's fucking not. It is about Molly and Issa's fucking friendship and other people's friendships.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, in the most recent season, I'm not spoiling anything at all, I swear to God. But Molly and Kelly are two characters on the show who have had a rough patch or a weird falling out, like, with the other two main characters on the show, Issa and Tiffany. And they all go to their college reunion, and Molly pulls Kelly to the side, and they have a side conversation. And Molly's like, hey, when did you and Tiff, like, get good again? Like, when were things normal? When did you guys feel like you were back? And Kelly was like, honestly, girl, it's still hella awkward. I'm just pushing through it, you know? And it's like, she says, like, it takes time. It's just, like, effort, right? And it's like, if you really want this person to be a part of your life, you just have to, like, get through it, but eventually it will get back to that, you know? And honestly, I was sitting there like, literally, that's every relationship. Like, if you want someone to be a part of your life, you will do the work to keep that person a part of your life. Because it's like, yeah, you may have changed, right? You may have different interests. You may have things that you're going through, like having a baby or getting married or moving.
But we're all supposed to change. Like,
exactly. That's life. And it's about the amount of effort that you want to put in to try to stay connected to that person and maintain that relationship.
Yeah.
But also, if you ever at some point feel like that's too much, just let it go.
Yep.
Because it's like, you don't need to be, if you feel like if it's one-sided, for sure, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're the only one doing the work to try to keep this person in your life.
Oh, yeah.
Just let that shit go, bro. You don't need to give that person any kind of explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it happen. Because if it's meant for them to be in your life, they'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all will figure it out if you think it's worth it.
Because if you give them, you know, like, it's like what they say. If you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, then, you know, it was meant to be. But I like to do, like, kind of testing. I know it sounds fucked up, but, like, you know, testing my friends of, like, are they gonna fucking text me first? Like, these motherfuckers? So, like, you know, like, I dropped the ball for some reason on purpose. And well, no, it's not for some reason.
No.
It is straight up to see, do you fucking care about me, bitch? So, like, you know, if you're still in my friend group, you have made it. You did it, guys.
Yay!
You win. If you're not, this is the reason why, bitch. Like, you never texted me first.
Facts.
But yeah,
Now
like,
you
it's
know.
really not that hard to, like, weed them the fuck out of just stop texting them first. Stop Snapchatting them. Stop messaging them. Like, see if they message you at all. See if they reach out. See if they say, how are you doing? Because if they don't fucking care at all about how you're doing, or, like, what the fuck, if they don't even say hi, anything, then...
I don't know.
You know.
I feel like that there's this weird place right now where people are trying to justify ghosting people, where it's like, I was going through shit. And it's like, okay, yeah.
Everyone's always going through shit.
Going through
always.
shit. And it's just
always.
like, ghosting someone is not a fucking excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, okay, like, if you have these deeper issues
Talk about
that
it.
prevent you... I know, but that's not so easy. You know what I mean?
Go to therapy. Like,
yeah, but again, not accessible. So it's like, believe me, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm not trying to, like, stand up for these people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you know, those are reasons why people lose connections, because they cut themselves off from you. And I think if they end up coming back to you eventually, right, and they say, sorry, I ghosted you, I had depression or some shit, or, like, I was going through some real deep shit, at least if they fucking apologize, that's, like, something to take into consideration.
Yeah, because they're trying to put in the work.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point.
Exactly.
You know, like, they eventually came back and said, hey, nigga, I recognize what the fuck I did, and I am sorry. Like, you know, it's like, it's hard. Life isn't easy. Like, you know, it's being friends with people isn't easy. Like, keeping up relationships, it's... You know, having a good relationship with someone isn't always going to be a happy relationship, but you got to be honest. Yeah. You know, like...
and that's the thing. Honesty is really the key point. It's the transparency of the relationship. Mm-hmm. So, since we're good on that, I wanted to get into making new friends, yeah. So, you know, now that we know what, like, friendship is and how to maintain a friendship that we care about... Let's talk about making friends. So, is it in fact actually harder to make new friends as you are older? I genuinely don't fucking think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I
think we're lazy, and I think that we convince ourselves that it is, but it's not.
I also think it wasn't easy to make friends when we were younger.
Exactly.
You know? People were judgmental as fuck.
People were worse then. At least people know who they are now.
Yeah, I mean, people are still judgmental nowadays, but it's like, I don't know, kids suck. Like, they say shit that hurts. Where, like,
man.
At least if someone doesn't want to be friends with you, someone doesn't want to be in your network, someone doesn't want to do business with you, they just stop talking to you.
Yes.
Like, you know, the worst thing that you get is ghosted.
Yes.
Like, you know, you don't get, like... more insecurities.
Deadass. Like, kids will be like, you're fucking fat.
Yeah.
You have horrible acne.
It's like, what's up with that dimple? And it's
Why
like,
do you
I
have
liked
a
this.
bald
Like,
spot? Your nose is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, everything. Your teeth are fucked up. Sorry. I'm not even talking about me. Like, that's...
Did they all say that to you?
No.
Who are these
I
kids?
actually did not experience any of that.
I went to the playground last week. No.
First of all, shut up.
No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, I think something that I've been having a lot of conversations with people recently is about our parents not having other friends. Mm-hmm. And, you know, maybe that exists. Like, I think, like, we have friends whose parents have other friends.
Yeah.
We don't have to say specifics, but we do have friends whose parents have other friends.
Yeah, I can very
like
one
parents
of my best friends.
Parents
like
who
her,
have
like one of my best friends. Her parents
they have
like
social
a
life.
group of friends that come over and use their hot tub and like bring fucking charcuterie boards and wine and cheese.
Yeah,
and
like they
I
have
aspire for that life.
A whole social life, and I'm like #goals.
Yes.
And then I'm like, damn, some parents literally have no social life,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's so, and like they're the most friendly people. Like they're easy to like people. Like they could
have friends.
They could have friends, but they're like, nah, fuck friends. Or they have friends, but they don't reach out to their friends.
Yep.
And I'm like, you understand the reason why you're all up in my shit right now is because you're not bothering your friends right now. And you should be bothering your friends.
Yep.
Because I'm fucking busy and I don't need you reminding me that I should be getting married and having kids at this moment when I actually do not, in fact, need to be doing that.
Every parent ever when you're in your mid-20s.
Late 20s.
So, no, I mean...
I have 2 weeks left of mid-20s, okay?
Rip.
But
I was gonna say, do you
think
it's just like human nature to always think like they have to reach out to me first? Like someone has to like come find me instead of I have to go find someone?
I don't know. I think it
like,
really depends on your personality type. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I just think it's interesting of like, there's usually one organizer. Like, like in a friend group, in a parent friend group, like, like I usually see one centralized.
I've been friends with a group of people who are actually organizers,
so
which is really nice.
A group of organizers.
It's amazing.
Who organize things for each other.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's when you find it, it's fucking great. But like not having it sucks. Yeah. Or when you have the expectation of that on other people, you're like, why the fuck am I even expecting this from you?
Yeah,
because I've never seen that behavior from you, so obviously that's never gonna fucking happen.
That's the thing. You can't expect yourself from other people.
Exactly.
You have to expect them from them. You have to expect whoever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
So when you find out who they are and that it is like you and that they have the similar good qualities that you like that work for you and that are fucking reliable and trustworthy, make them your friends.
You hold on to that shit.
Like
real tight. Yeah, because you are your circle, yo. A sum is a whole of its parts.
What?
I think that's the saying. Something like that.
A whole is the sum of its parts?
I don't know! But yeah, I just thought that was interesting because we're just trying to get the people to listen to our show. They're probably listening at like 9 a.m. They're just like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Filing papers. I can't take a shot.
Look my land. I'll drink later.
Do it.
But yeah, I just thought that was important because, I think about like me when I'm like 50 or whatever or older. And I feel like even when you're older, like grandparents, like that age, right? Like
70?
In that range, yeah. They definitely have fucking friends.
Yeah.
But the thing that they start saying is like, yeah, this person died, that person died, this person died. And I'm just like, that's real because age. But also like, fuck. It gets real sad, Because you're like, you lose like your fucking best friend from fucking 6th grade.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn. But it's real.
Especially if like our grandmother, I'm pretty sure she was living in a community with like her high school best friend, right? Yeah. Like, it's like there are ways that like you can end up like retiring and having like a good old life with your friends. But like, yeah, it's true. When you get to the end of life, then you start realizing like you got to say goodbye.
Yeah.
In like a way that is just the natural way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can still make new friends even when you're older.
Yeah.
So another thing I thought that was interesting is that a lot of my friends are moving out and about, like to different states and whatnot, international, etc. Other planets. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeff Bezos.
I'm not friends with that motherfucker.
Same.
But okay, naughty.
Stop it.
He said, "Ow."
Stop.
Stop it. Sponsor us.
Who, Jeff?
No. Big Mouth.
Big Mouth.
Yeah, we'll make a cameo. Just like let us know.
Got you.
Not even me, just Simon. Like I'll just be in the studio. I'll be like, yeah, that's my brother. Anyways, so people are moving, and I was talking to like my friends when I was visiting in DC, and I was just like, so how do you make friends? Because I was visiting and I have like mad friends there, right? So I was like, I'll be good when I go down there. I'm also a friendly ass bitch. So like, I don't really feel concerned about like forming a new community in a place where I already know people.
Mm-hmm.
But like they just kind of moved there and they don't really know folks, you know? So I was like, how did you do it? How do you do it? Do you even do it? And you know, so like some activities they said that they do is like, sometimes you just gotta go to a bar by yourself and just like talk to people. And then that shit happens, you know? Or like, go do like events that you like. So for example, if you like to go to a museum, go do that. And like, see who's around. Maybe have a conversation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you like to play sports or like work out, you know, go to the gym. Eventually you're probably going to talk to somebody at the gym and have a gym friend. Because that happens like normally even in your hometown, you know, like you'll go to the gym and be like, oh, it's that guy from the gym, you know?
Yeah.
And like you could probably become friends. Like there are so many ways to make friends. One of my friends during the pandemic moved to LA, and I was like talking to her because I was interested in moving to LA at that time. And I was like, so how are you making friends right now? Like during the panty. And she said Hinge. And honestly, that's how I met my roommate that I lived with last year during the pandemic, was because of fucking Hinge.
Wow.
Like I didn't meet her on Hinge, but like through a connection on Hinge. Like she was dating somebody on Hinge, and then they didn't end up working out. But they were friends with the person that I was moving into the apartment with, right? So it's just like, there are so many ways to meet people, especially now. So yeah, we really don't even have an excuse. Your only excuse for not making friends is because of your pride, your ego, and your lack of humility to like experience rejection.
Yeah.
Because yeah, obviously you're gonna shoot your shot and you're gonna get shut down sometimes.
Rejected.
But also maybe that's
free. Education rejection.
Period. But also like that might just be God being like, nah, you don't want to be friends with that person. You know. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Sometimes it's not supposed to work out, and you know you're not supposed to be friends, and then you move the fuck on, make new friends.
That's it.
Are we taking the keys?
I think it's time to take the keys.
Take the keys.
Yeah.
So Azeb, what are these keys that we are taking?
We have quite a few keys today. Key number 1.
What?
Let's get world peace happening.
We're doing it.
And just try to be friends with people, y'all.
We can do it.
Just try.
Try your best.
Another key. Some of y'all be on some weirdo shit. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen on the interwebs, but this has been a conversation for a while. Weird has been on sale.
What?
And not the good weird. Like, weird shit. Like, just people being on some weird type of movement, weird time. So, I think if you really want to actually, like, keep friends or maintain friends or make new friends, you need to put all assumptions to the side, give people a chance, and have zero expectations from anyone to owe you fucking anything. Because that's not what friendship is about. You know what I mean? I think that if they don't show up for you the way you need them to, take note of that. Communicate it if you feel like you need to. Forgive them. And then move the fuck on and make new friends. I don't think that we need to be holding grudges. I think you need to make more space for love in your heart. But I'm not saying that we need to give anyone the benefit of the doubt, because that's not healthy. I'm just saying don't jump to conclusions, because you never fucking know like why that person is not vibing with you on the frequency you need them to. And if you guys want to have a whole a whole episode about forgiveness, we can do that. Just let us know.
Yeah. Reach out to us.
Just talk to us. Because we don't know what you people want.
Yeah, you're not talking to us as much, and we like it when you do.
Yeah.
Talk to me nice.
Yes. Another thing is definitely check in on your friends, but also take stock of your frenergy level. So, like, that means your ability to be a friend to someone and their ability to be a friend to you, and what kind of frenergy you're looking for, you know?
Yep.
And last but not least, shoot your motherfucking shot.
Shoot it.
That's it.
Shoot the club up.
Do you have any takeaways?
E is for everyone. First key takeaway. It is muy importante.
E is for empathy. E is for everyone.
Exactly.
E is for exactly.
And the second key.
That was a corporate laugh, Simon. Did you not actually think that was funny? I take it back.
That was my laugh, bitch.
Corporate laugh. Simon's giving me white people laughs.
I'm white. Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't have a second key takeaway. Azeb got them all. So,
Yay!
I have no keys. It's time for the announcements. Yeah.
Announcements. Go ahead, Simon.
Oh, I go first. So
First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Simon with the announcements.
There's a baby carriage. Anyways.
No.
It's a baby. So.
Must babies.
Less
so, babies, nos babies.
The announcement. We dropped the number from Schitt's Creek on Halloween. So, like, fucking watch it or something. Like, it's funny. We tried. It's great.
Yeah.
And, like, watch the whole thing. It's great. It's like a shot for shot. If you want shot for shot, let me know.
No, but it really is fucking funny.
It's fucking great.
I hope you guys think it's funny.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
And if you don't, then fuck you.
Yeah, just hop off. Let us know in the comments, though. But that's the first announcement. Azeb's got number 2.
I actually have one. So I'm doing something for once in my life. Wow. I've been on like hiatus, and I will definitely continue to be on hiatus after this one. But I'm coming out from the closet, and I am teaching at the Onstage Dance Company Dance Marathon on November 13th. The marathon is from 3 to 7, but my slot is at 4:30. So if you want to learn the Wild Side Challenge in 30 minutes by Normani, then come to my section. If not, there are so many other genres of dance, and I will be there. So if y'all want to dance with me, raise some money for dance, come fucking through at Mass Motion in Alston. If you happen to be in the Boston area.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get to say announcement number 3 because it's about me.
Hey.
So I ended up getting cast in this film called Gorsha. It is an Ethiopian short film. That's all I'm gonna give y'all. It's funny. Azeb and I actually I got the email right after we finished recording the last episode, so I couldn't put it in the announcements. But I've been working on it for a few weeks. I am hoping that I will be getting a copy of it, or that it will be submitted to some film festivals of short films in the future. But once I get some shit that I can share on my social media pages, I will share it with all of you.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs to see it, because it's going to be good. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But to finish off this week's episode, I will be bringing us out with the first Simon Freitas Production rap called GBF. So, goodbye.
Great Aggressive Feedback.
No. Goodbye.
What caught me off guard was the shock, the surprise, that alien-esque look in her eyes. The moment I learned she put me to the side when she said, "I thought you only liked guys." I thought I came out, but I guess it's not enough. Once you date a guy, you hear the same stuff. This erasure of half my identity, it's fucking rough. But she wasn't just calling a bluff. I asked her out. I got denied. Usually it's easier with guys. At least they believe me when I say I'm bi. But if you don't like me like that, that's fine. Then I got to see where the road ends when I put in the work to be any more than what she wanted from me. Not again. This bitch wants me as her gay best friend. Perfect, great, that is so sweet. It's not like this'll be painful to see you dating other guys, and I'll just be supportive of a friend who doesn't know the real me. I learned to move on, I learned to let go too. That toxic energy, it's gonna serve who? I wasn't born to be a sidekick for you, so take care, boo-boo.